Good afternoon, everybody. Today's video is entitled, Are You Keeping Score? And I've had several conversations with parents over the phone calling me this week, talking about their child and looking to get interested in the program. And in the conversation, it was interesting to find that no parent that I spoke with was really keeping score. And so what I mean by every parent was worried about their child's future, but they weren't keeping score as on what was happening in their child's life to make sure that they were designing the future that was going to be best for their child. So by keeping score, we're talking about every time your child quits an activity, right? That would be a point towards negative, fear, or using that quit muscle. Every time your child experiences failure, that's going to be negative and or count as a point. Now, every time they experience these type of negative things, they start to stack one on top of the other. And if you don't have any other positive points, that's when you start to really get concerned about your child. So what we're looking for is to be able to create situations in which they develop positive points in order to balance out those negative points. Nobody's life is going to be all positive and nobody's life should be all negative. But we're noticing that parents aren't really keeping an active watch on that process, and that just time goes by and suddenly it's been a couple of years and your child's experienced negative. So a classic example would be fear and anxiety. You know, a parent on the phone was just talking about how worried she was that her child is just so anxious and just cries all the time. And in the conversation, you know, we started talking about, well, what's been going on and what's happening, and negative, you know, she didn't do this, she didn't like this, she's afraid to try things, she's afraid to fail at anything, she's just living in fear. And we don't want the kids to live in fear. We want them, you know, to be courageous and be successful. So being nervous is one thing, but being fearful is to the point where you're not taking action is just not healthy. So I want you to make sure that you start keeping score for your child. Right? What is your child's score today? And you can set up the system however you want. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just want to make sure that you are doing it. You know, your child experienced a success today. Give them a point, right? And so you could do 1 point for positive and then another point for negative and then add them up. Or you could do +1, -1, whatever works for you. The system itself doesn't matter. Doing it is what is, because I almost guarantee you're not creating enough positive experiences. We hear about this all the time. You know, well, my child quit soccer, and then they quit the chess club, and then they quit, and then they quit, and then they quit. On the flip side of that, parents with the best of intentions keep saying, well, I want my child to experience everything so they can find out what they like. And I get what you're trying to do, but you're also allowing them to quit and quit and quit. And just like our muscles, the quit muscle gets stronger, right? We found, I think it was a Harvard study, that once you quit an activity, you're 88% more likely to quit the next activity. 88%. So if your child constantly is quitting and moving from one thing to another, they're gonna miss out on a lot of good, healthy skills like commitment, dedication, focus, concentration. Whatever the thing is, they're gonna miss out on those skills. Unfortunately, they're going to learn, I don't have to stick with it if I don't like it. But if I don't love it, then I don't have to do it. Here's where the problem comes in. What about a job? What about their relationships as they get older? Right? Well, I don't like this relationship now. It's not perfect. I'm out. They're never going to be able to have a healthy relationship if they keep jumping when things go bad. Right? Being able to hang on, be dedicated, be focused, and say, this is a good relationship, we just need to work on this one thing, is going to serve them a whole lot better. But nobody, again, is looking that far forwards. And that's something that I do on a regular basis, is making sure that we're looking for those positive score points and make sure that you're looking for the best thing for your child and not just making sure they're happy today. Right? Being happy is important. Being happy today in the short term is not the ultimate goal. So find those wins, create those situations in which they're going to have positive results. And again, you can take this to the extreme. Failure can be a positive result because I learned something, so I was able to adjust, fix it, and then moved on to something else. So you want to make sure that you're keeping score for your child to make sure that they're developing in a positive way. Otherwise, they're going to be in for a lifetime of regret, remorse, disappointment, and sadness. And I absolutely hate to think about any child growing up with that. So it is my job and my mission to help make kids successful and as happy as possible with the best skills, right? So if you're just tuning in, I appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, leave a comment below. Let me know, did this help? Did this not help? Did it make sense? What else would you like to learn about that I can shoot videos on, or how can I help you today? If you're interested in helping your child develop a positive score, but you're still not sure how to do it, give me a call. Let's talk on the phone. That was what I did with the parents this week. You don't have to be a karate student for me to help you. Right? That's not the requirement. My mission is to help as many kids as possible, and I can help your child through you, the parent, and helping you be a better parent helps them grow up better. So that is ultimately my mission. So have a great day, enjoy the sunshine, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.